Sorry about that. I was looking to unmute myself. Is Renee going to be here tonight?
No, it's just us.
Okay. Do we have enough for a quorum?
We do.
Okay.
And
Then
Ronnie just showed up. I want to seat Rondi, but Ronnie just showed up also. So
Okay. So yes, if we're ready, let's go ahead and call the meeting to order. Let me pull up my agenda. Sorry. Yeah. What happened?
I apologize, you guys. I don't seem to have a camera for the video.
That should be okay.
that's okay, Ronnie.
But I see you guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Okay, so let's start with roll call. Would you, Josh, mind doing a roll call for us?
First, we call the order and then do the pledge and then the roll call.
Oh, sorry, you're right. I'm jumping ahead. So call to order, and do we have the American flag that we can put up and recite the Pledge of Allegiance? Okay, repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag
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 of the
or
United
of the
States of
United States of
America.
America.
okay, for which
we stand
for
under God,
individual with liberty and justice for all. Okay, and you may be seated. And now roll call. I am so sorry.
All right, roll call. Joseph A. Hart. You're muted.
Present. Sorry, Josh.
Molly Current. No. Voltaire Montemayor.
Here,
Becky Strass.
Betty, you're muted.
Becky Strass. It's unmute.
Okay, there we go. Hi, I'm present.
Krista Godoy. Ricky Davis.
Here.
Rondi Jackson. Alternate.
Here.
Okay. We have no alternate to seat.
Yeah,
But
Rondi is the
oh,
alternate.
he is a Rondi. Okay, so let's go ahead and seat Rondi.
Okay.
And then so we need to approve today's agenda. Did everyone have a copy of it they can look at?
Yes.
Okay.
I wasn't able to, but I'll vote.
I do not have a copy. I'm sorry.
Are we able to pull it up on screen? Okay.
Thank you.
I move to have it approved.
I got a motion. Do I have a second?
I second. That was Rondi.
Okay, I got a second. Let's go ahead and do a roll call for votes.
Joseph A. Hart.
Present.
No, do you vote for the approval?
Yes, I do. Sorry.
Voltaire Montemayor.
Aye.
Becky Strauss.
I,
Ricky Davis.
Aye.
Rondi Jackson.
Aye.
Okay, let's move on to approving the minutes from last meeting back in October, I believe it was. Hopefully everyone had a chance to look over it. Do I have a motion to approve?
yes.
And remember, you can only vote and do stuff if you were at the meeting.
I believe I have the copy last time. I could move.
So I got a motion. Do I have a second?
I will second Joey Hart.
Okay, So let's go ahead and do a roll call for a vote.
So the only absent one from the meeting, it looks like, is Jackson. So Jackson, you'll abstain.
All right.
Joseph Earhart,
I approve.
Voltaire Montemayor,
Aye.
Becky Strauss,
Aye.
Ricky Davis,
Aye.
Ronnie Jackson.
Abstain.
Okay. Do we have anyone in audience for the public forum?
Yeah, it looks like we have two people in the audience. We have Alan Thomas and Stephen Ballsba.
Would either of them like to speak?
It looks like both of them have raised their hands. Oh, yeah, both of them raised their hands. So both of them would like to speak. How much time would you like to give them,
Let's
Chair?
do a 2-minute.
2-minute talk. All right, I'm gonna start with Stephen. Stephen, you are gonna have 2 minutes. IT, are you going to time it for us? All right, I will unmute. Hold on, I lost you. Stephen, you are now unmuted and allowed to talk. Stephen, your time is going. You have to unmute. Stephen?
Can you hear me?
Mute. I bet
Yeah,
you-
now we can. Yes, we
Okay,
can now.
thank you. A good evening, commission members and staff. I'm a 50-year resident. My name is Stephen Ballsball. And I'm, like I said, 50 years in Milpitas as a resident. I'm also the USA Pickleball Association ambassador to Milpitas. The Parks and Recreation Master Plan was recently approved as is in the last city council meeting. And I'd like to make you aware of some misleading and incorrect statements within the master plan. First of all, there are no 6 additional courts for pickleball that exist within Milpitas. The actual number is 0. There's not a single court where a person can just take a paddle and a ball and go play pickleball. At the last meeting, they said there were marks at Hall Park for pickleball. They do not exist. There are also no pickleball markings at Pinewood Park. So I wanted to get those things on the record. And it also says that Milpitas is above average for tennis and pickleball combined. Well, all I can say is Steph Curry and I combined are above average professional basketball players. So that statement really kind of masks where we are with Milpitas. I'm not aware of a city that actually is doing less for pickleball than Milpitas. It may exist, but I'm not aware of it. There's a list of comparative cities for pickleball, and here's maybe a better list. San Jose has 50+ courts, Palo Alto 15, Sunnyvale, Portola Valley, Foster City, Los Gatos, Hayward, 6 to 8, and Livermore 12. Our highest priority is more access courts to play pickleball on. Other cities.
All right. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you. And you say we have one more?
We have one more, Alan Thomas. All right, Alan Thomas, I am now unmuting you. You are allowed to talk. You need to unmute yourself.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, I'm also a pickleball player here in the city of Milpitas, and we've been spending quite a bit of time over the last couple months getting the city council aware of the fact of how many people are interested in playing pickleball here in the city. 3 members of the city council at the present time are trying to work with the deputy city manager in order to try and find a way to increase the capacity for playing pickleball within the city of Milpitas. The 20-year master plan did not adequately identify the need for the city, and even though it was presented to you as a board, there was very little input from the board or from the public on that plan's development. I just want to make you aware of the fact that the city council is right now interested in supporting pickleball, And as part of the Parks and Recreation Commission, I hope that you are supporting it also. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you. So our next item on agenda for today is, I think, voting for our next chair. Am I correct?
Correct, yes. For the bylaws, we vote on a yearly basis, yes.
Okay. Do we have any volunteer that would like to run for chair?
I mean, I don't do it, but unless you want to do it again, Ricky.
Am I allowed to do it again?
I think the only thing is if you've had 3 years, how many years of chair have you had, Ricky?
I think this is my first year.
So you could go again, yes.
Okay, so I'm willing to run again also. If no
Becky,
one,
do I have a motion on it?
Okay, I draw a motion to elect Ricky Davis as our chair.
I'll move this Voltaire.
And Voltaire seconded? All right, we're calling a roll call. Joseph Ehart? You gotta unmute.
Disappeared.
Yeah. Voltaire,
Yes,
I
or
don't-
I.
and Justin, I want to make sure you saw he raised a hand for the yes. Becky Strass,
Yes.
Ricky Davis,
yes.
Rondi Jackson.
Yes.
All
Okay,
right, welcome
we-
back, Chair. So now you can lead your vice chair.
yes. Do I have anyone that would like to be the vice chair?
I would, but it's up unless somebody else wants it.
If Becky wants it, I'll make a motion to vote for Becky to be the vice chair.
A second.
Okay.
Whoever.
Did I hear someone else back there wanting to say something?
It's Rondi. I just was gonna second it, but
Okay.
that's fine. I'll third it.
Hey, so let's do a roll call to vote for Becky.
Joseph Ehart,
Yes,
Voltaire Montemayor,
Yes, or I.
Becky Strass,
I
Ricky Davis,
Aye.
Rondi Jackson.
Aye.
Okay, so we got our chair and vice chair taken care of. The next item is to talk about our work plan for next year. Do we have the current work plan that we could view?
I don't think so.
Dustin, would you happen to have it? I don't have it. I emailed it to you, but I gotta go find it.
Let me try to share my screen.
And specifically, Ricky, we want to talk about the bike events. So
Okay,
that's kind of the specific topic for this discussion on the agenda.
okay, I'm trying to remember. I know we talked a little bit about this at the beginning of 2021. And we had made a subcommission, if I'm using the right term, of a couple people that were very interested in working some more on this. I do not believe any of the people who were on that subcommission are here today. I don't remember exactly who was on it. I know. I'm trying to remember.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, Dustin,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm just looking right now for what we have on our stuff for bike.
Yeah, if Justin
events.
moves down a little bit, it's near the bottom. Right there. Perfect.
Okay. So we're talking about a family bike day. We have a October, that's so small. I can't read it on my screen. A
It's a s-
citywide bike event and the
Correct.
bike repair clinic. How do we as a commission feel about the 3 items? Would we like to add a couple more items to look into for our work plan this year?
We can't change the work plan, but
Okay.
we can go into more detail on what we want to do with those.
Those
I'll give you an
events.
example. The bike repair clinic, maybe we want to do 2 bike repair clinics, one for youth and one for adults, one for teen, one for youth, something like that. We can
Okay.
definitely go into more minutia on that. The consider the citywide bike event is considered means that it's not for sure if we think we have the capacity to do that. That's one that we can add on and kind of talk a little bit more about it. The family bike day event. I know in the past that was talked about, using our trails and kind of leading a bike excursion. May 22nd, May of 22 is what they were thinking of doing that in May. And kind of how that would look. We probably want to talk about maybe an ad hoc committee so we don't have to have agendized. So those are kind of where we're at on those things.
Okay. Well, I'll start with, I know the bike repair day was a highly well-received event. So in my opinion, I think doing 2 of them and doing an adult Pacific one might be a beneficial for the city. So I would love to look into that more. Do I have any volunteer that would like to work on an ad hoc subcommittee to talk about this and see what we can do, and maybe in a couple months bring it back, and as a team we will hear a presentation about it? I would love to volunteer myself. I can't do it all on my own though.
I'll be a support. Lately I'm busy or currently, but I'll give my 100% support, Dave. I mean, Ricky is both there.
I can try to help as well.
So
It seems like it would be a good thing to, I can remember that meeting too, Ricky, where we had a subcommittee or commission. I felt like there were 3 people, so they may have already talked about something like this already.
That's true.
So we should look back on the minutes and find out who that was.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
go
true.
from there.
Josh, would we be able to identify, put on our agenda for next month to talk about the bike stuff a little more in depth, and hopefully those individuals will be a part of it? Or would you be able to look and see who would on it, and maybe I can reach out to them, or if that's allowed, or if you could reach out to them and see if they have met up at all?
Yeah, I can, Justin will put on there for the agenda next month to revisit bike events. And he'll have that ready to go, and me and Justin can look back and find out what happens. I don't think much went on this on the committee because we're into a new year. So our planning for these events is this year, not last year's, which you did have the bike events last year. So it's a little bit, we can definitely look at it and kind of reassess those things. I know that there was some city staff that helped with a bunch of those events that we can talk to and definitely help with the moving forward process. I think right now a good thing to do is kind of look at each one of the 3 and give some ideas on what you're thinking. And then an ad hoc committee might be put together that could discuss those ideas and kind of formulate some of those. And when we bring back who was on the committee, we can have that discussion on the next agenda item for sure.
Okay, that sounds good. So I know one thing that pops out to me is adding an adult bike repair. Are there any other ideas from anyone?
Yeah, for I think in the work plan, the annual, the 2 speakers that we had on the talk, I will consider the I don't know, I cannot pronounce the right game, pickleball. if we could follow through on that one to have a court or courts.
So
Yeah,
right,
that's not a part of this discussion, so we
Okay.
can't really bring that up at this point in time.
All right.
so to recap what I think we're all talking about, and do we need a motion on this or that?
So right now we're just having discussion under the guise of that item. So we
Okay.
haven't had anything really motioned yet. I think we could, at the end, we'll do a motion maybe for the bike clinics to split it into two, adult and teen. I was gonna suggest that maybe we do one of our bike days on the bike to work day for the county. So that way we kind of tag along with their already hit process that was there for many years. I don't know if they're still doing it, but I can do a little bit of research on that one. And then the
Okay.
other thing I was thinking is if we did the repair clinic, we could do use I think one of our activities is conduct tours of the trail systems and stuff like that. If we did a bike repair clinic and then did a trail process kind of bike ride the next week with your repaired bike, it might be a benefit for them to repair the bike and then get out and ride the bike, you know? So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
I know a couple of the organizations I've worked with in the past have done similar stuff. I know the city of San Jose does a Via Tie event. So I know there's a lot out there that we can look at. I do like the idea of tag teaming a repair day with a go out and ride day. So what I would love if we could get a presentation from the staff that did the repair day ratio
Okay,
and if they could give us some pointers on what they feel worked out good and what didn't, and where we as a commission could help them the most to add a adult day to it.
okay.
Then we will escalate it to the city council.
This is part of your work plan. It doesn't need to go to city council.
Okay.
So what I'm hearing is next commission meeting, we will have, I'll ask that staff member that did the bike repair clinic to do a presentation on the repair clinic, let you know all the kind of details that happened with it. And then
Okay.
also Justin and Josh will bring back to the commission who was on the committee and what things were discussed at the last one, and see if those people are still here or if they're not, to kind of keep moving forward in that direction.
Josh, not to cut you off, I do have the meeting minutes from our August meeting, and we did have a discussion on that item, a family bike event discussion, and that was a group consisted of Chair Davis and then Commissioner Cadoy with Montemayor as a backup.
I remember that.
So
Okay.
Godoy is gone. So looks like Chair Davis, you are the solo roller with Montemayor as your help.
Okay, so Cadoy is no longer on the commission.
Yeah, she is. She's moved, so she's
Okay.
going to be removed. She just emailed me that she's actually moved, so she is now unable to be serving on the
So
commission.
okay. Betty, it sounded like you might be interested. Would you like to also
Sure.
hop in on this?
Yes.
Okay, so why don't the three of us do some side research on stuff, and then next month, I don't know why I keep wanting that to meet weekly. Next month, we will hear from the staff and move forward from there.
Okay. Sounds good.
So I will need a motion for an ad hoc committee, which is consisting of Chair Davis, Vice Chair Strauss, and Mr. Montemayor, consisting of that ad hoc committee, so they can meet, you guys can meet and discuss that, and then you would report back in a month to the full committee. It does not have any movement powers, it's just research and report. That's what an ad hoc does.
Okay,
I will make a motion to have an ad hoc committee consisting of myself, Becky, and Baltimore Valtel, for an ad hoc committee on bike day events.
That's great. That's great.
For to do some research on the side, and then next month, each of us will report kind of what we found. So
I second that. I'm Rondi.
All right.
I got a second. We'll go ahead and do a vote then.
Joseph E. Hart,
Joseph, I know, put a note that he's having internet problems.
Yeah.
I think I'm connected at the moment.
you are.
So, and I'm sorry, your question to me was,
If we can do an ad hoc committee on the bike events and they will report back in a month on their research of what they would recommend us to do.
yes, I approve of that motion.
Montemayor,
Yes, and I know a place that we go for repairs. But anyway, aye.
are you yes for the,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Strauss,
yes.
Davis, Chair
Yes.
Davis, Jackson.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Do we have public forum? Anyone that would like to talk on this item before we move forward?
I don't have any raised hands.
Okay. Then since I cannot pull up my agenda,
Next
know.
one is city
Actually, that was
liaison,
it.
city
There we
liaison
go.
reports.
do we have any?
The staff report consists of basically that we have Lunar New Year coming up in about 3 weeks on the January 22nd. We don't know exactly what it's going to look like with the COVID kind of spike. We're looking at maybe a hybrid model of in person at City Hall as well as some virtual items. But more information will be coming out. But yeah, keep an eye out for that coming up very soon. And that's the next thing that we got for staff report.
Okay. And I do not see vice mayor, so I'm assuming we have no one for a city council liaison report.
Correct.
Okay. Upcoming agenda items. So as we did voted on next month, our ad hoc committee will report back on some research they do on their own about bike day events. Is there any other agenda item coming up that we need to talk about, or anything that people would like to see added to the agenda?
Can I I don't want to be redundant, but the pickleball topic that the two speakers spoke about, how will we include that in the future, or to consider that interest that they got?
Josh, would we be able to ask for a report on what we have in the way of pickleball in Milpitas? Do we have a staff that would be able to give us info such as that?
Yeah, we can do an agenda item. Would you like an agenda item or you like a presentation? Or you want a presentation on what pickleball items we have, or do you want a discussion item about how we can enhance the pickleball in Milpitas?
I think we would need to know what we have before we can talk about what we can enhance.
And would you like staff to do that, or would you like me to reach out to the pickleball community and have someone from the pickleball community give that presentation? Which would you rather have?
Can I ask the rest of the commission? What do you all think?
I think it'd be great to get the committee in here, like
Okay.
somebody to talk to us about it. That would be so helpful.
Okay.
We're sort of shooting in the dark, you know?
Yeah, I know I do not know a lot about pickleball myself,
Yeah.
so it's hard to.
I will then reach out. I have a very good working relationship. We at the sports center, we have pickleball, twice a week, and we do work with them very closely. And I could ask them to put together a 5 to 10 minute presentation on the pickleball in Milpitas, and then we can listen to it as a presentation, and then in a future agenda, we can address some of the future, how we see we could help.
That sounds good. So yeah, if we
Very
could,
quickly, I believe I spoke to one of the speakers and they mentioned they're using the Santa Rita Drive. What park is that? I lost it. Although I live close by, I think they consider using that by the basketball court of the Santa Rita Drive park.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know what park you're talking about.
so do we need to have a vote to add that to an agenda item?
No, we can add that. That's,
Okay.
we can add all those things. That's why adding them allows you guys to kind of discuss and do
Yep.
those things. So yeah. There is a person, as I looked at the panels, a Mr. Mehta that would like to say a few words. He raised
Okay.
his hand. I didn't see him. How long would you like to allow him, since we're near
2
the end?
minutes since we
2
did.
minutes. IT, can I get 2 minutes? There we go. Let me go back. Mr. Mehta, you are now able to talk if you unmute.
Thank you very much to the Park Recreational Culture Commission. I think, what I wanted to mention is to City of Milpitas, as it is becoming a City of Milpitas metro, and there are 4 plans that are currently under progress. The General Master Plan, the Task Plan, the Milpitas Metro Plan, and Technology Plan. These 4 plans are currently under the development as a part of a City of Milpitas expansion. What is even more important for the commission to consider is that there are 36 parks in the City of Milpitas, and also to ensure that how the other open space preserves within the City of Milpitas, could be utilized such that in a way that if there is any agricultural land, or if there is going to be any non-agricultural land, that is to be put in a place where the citizens of the City of Milpitas could leverage upon that. There is an open preserved space, where it's required to be nurtured, and also the commission can consider to work along with the Energy and Environmental Sustainability Commission to come up with a plan to develop a greenhouse within the City of Milpitas as a development park, where they would be able to develop a different plantation and vegetations, and also preserve land as per the State of California Act. So I certainly would like to urge the City of Milpitas to consider to put that as a part of a 2022 work agenda plan, and also along with the commission to consider update the 2022 work agenda plan for the commission. As such, the open government bylaws, and as well as agricultural laws and land acquisitions laws, is to be implemented along with the commission's guidelines. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think that brings us to the end of our agenda. So if there's nothing else to be said, I will go ahead and adjourn us. And
Very quickly again, I think I was with the Sunny Hills neighborhood. I think there's a place where they have that for agricultural, or at least some planting or flower place, the Sunny Hills neighborhood. Yeah, somewhere there by close to another park. I'm losing this park name, but I think Sunny Hills Park somewhere. Yeah.
Community Garden is up in the
Garden.
Sunny Hills Augustine Park.
Okay, thank you.
okay,
It's at the north end of the park.
well, with that all, we will look forward to next month's meeting. And with that being said, I adjourn the meeting. Everyone have a good day.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.